Vidhi? I'm audible?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So now let's start today's session. In previous session, we covered some topics about the operators. Okay, so in today we are covered about the control statement in Java. Okay, so control statement in Java are used to determine the flow of execution in program. These statements allow to program to make decision, repeat a set of actions, or branch into different parts based on conditions. Okay, so first I will share my screen. Okay, so three main categories of control statements. Okay, so first is the decision making. Decision making statements. So decision making statements are if, else, if, and switch. Okay, the first is the if, second if else, third if else if, and fourth is switch. Okay, so Java conditions and if statements. You already know it. Java support the usual for mathematics. Okay, like less than, greater than or equal to, not equal to. You can use these conditions to perform different actions to different decisions. Java has the following condition statements. Use if to specify a block of code to execute if a specified condition is true. Okay, use else to specify a block of code to be executed if the same condition is false. And use else if to specify a new condition to test. First condition is false. Use switch to specify many alternative blocks of code to be executed. Okay, so first is the if statement. Use the if statement to specify a block of Java code to be executed if a condition is true. In the example below, we test two values to find out if 20 is greater than 80. If the condition is true, print. Okay, then if the condition is true, then the message is print. Okay, so the condition is become true and the message is print. So the if statement executed a block of code only if the condition is true. Okay, so there is the syntax. Okay, this is the syntax of the if statement. Okay, so the syntax is first I will make a class. Okay, public class. Okay, so we create a main function. Then is equal to 80. Okay, if I make the condition here, if a is greater than equal to 18, then print the message system dot out dot println you are eligible to vote. Okay, open the command prompt. The path of file is okay. There is the correct on cd desktop. Okay, then compile the program. Okay, so the program is compiled successfully without any errors. Then run the program. Okay, so there is the simple code for the if statement. Okay, in the if statement, we only have a condition. If the condition is true, then then this field is executed. Then I will change the age now. 17. Okay. Then then I will compile this. Okay, like that. No any message here because the age is less than 18, less than or not equal to 18. That's the reason this field not executed. Okay, so this is the syntax of if, like if condition okay, so there is the basic syntax of if statement. If the condition is true, then that field is executed. Okay, if the condition is false, then it is skip this field. Okay, so the next is the if else statement. Okay, the if else statement executes one block of code. If the condition is true and another block, if the condition to false. Okay, the else statement use the else statement to specify a block of code to be executed if the condition is false. Okay, if there is the syntax of the if else. If the condition is false, the else part is executed. Okay, if the condition is false, and if the condition is true, then if part is execute. Okay, now here is an example of if else. Okay, we have an variables time. Okay, and here is the condition. The time, okay, time less than 18. The condition is time less than 18, but the condition is time greater than 18. The condition is false because the great time is greater than 18, not the less than. Okay, because the time is 20, time greater than 18, not less than. Then the condition is false and the else part is execute. Okay, so we modify our program. Okay, ada is else part and that system dot out dot println. Okay, I compile the program and execute it. You are not eligible to vote. Okay, this line execute because we have the age 17. So the condition is false because the age not greater than and not equal to 18. Okay, because the current age is 17. So that's the reason. Okay, so make another class and check the another condition for it. Okay, we initialize a variable num, then we give a value and make the condition if the number equal to the reminder equal to 0. System dot out dot print ln. Okay, the number is even. The number is odd. Okay, so we get an error. This static void main. Yeah, string ART. Okay, so here the message print is the number is even. Okay, because we did the number 10. Now let's change it the number 9. Okay, now the condition become false. Okay, the reminder not equal to 0. The reminder is become 1. So the condition is false and print this statement. Okay, so Java C dot Java. Okay, the number is odd. Okay, so that's how simple is the if else. Then the next is the if else ladder. Okay, the if the if else if ladder is used when there are multiple conditions to check. Okay, use the if else statement to specify a new condition if the first condition is false. Okay, it's used like this. Okay, so I create a program. Okay, I comment it and make a new program. Okay, so initialize a variable which name is marks. The marks is equal to 75. Okay, select the condition if the marks greater than equal to 90. Then execute it. Okay, print grade A. Okay, now the condition make is marks marks greater than equal to 75, then print system dot out dot println grade A else if marks greater than equal to 10, then grade B else print the grade up. Okay, let's execute the program first. Okay, so we get the 75 marks, then okay, we compile, okay, we get an error because we don't have any closing bracket here. Okay, now our program is look like okay, so no error found. Okay, so our program is work as well as okay. If we get the 75 marks, then the condition first condition check it, then the 75 greater than equal to 19, so that's is become false. Then it's come on next condition, so the 75 greater than equal to 75, so this condition is become true and execute it. Okay, when I will change it 99, then grade A plus. Okay, because the 99 greater than or equal to 99 90, so then execute it line, then we get only 36 mark. Okay, then print else part. Okay, because the 36, because this condition is also false, because 36 greater than equal to 19, that's condition become false, and also 36 greater than equal to 75, this condition is also false, and now the 36 greater than equal to 15, that condition is also false. So then in the last, the else condition is execute. Else part is execute, not else condition. Okay, so the next is the switch statement. Okay, the switch statement instead of warning many if-else statements, you can use the switch statement. So the switch statement selects one of many code blocks to be executed. Okay, this is how it works. The switch expression is evaluated once. The value of the expression is compared with the two values of each case. If there is match, the associated block of code is executed. The break and default keywords are optional and will be described later in this chapter. Okay, so this is the simple example for the switch. Okay, so the day 4 is the Thursday. Okay, if you have any value like to here, then it will the value to pass here, and it check if the case have value 1, then it's execute, but the value don't have 1, it pass there, and they have the value 2, then execute it like this. Tuesday, print Tuesday here. Okay, so the switch condition is worth like this. So let's make a program for the switch condition. Okay, after we cover the if else and switch, then we go on the loop, and we also learn about the SQL in this session. Okay, so we take a variable day 3 and make a switch case. Switch day, create a block of code. Okay, the case 1, system dot out dot println Monday, then break. Okay, after the execute this case, the break the switch statement. Okay. Okay, so we also have a default case. Okay, default is like else part of if else statement. If any condition does not match, the default part is execute. Okay, let's execute our program. Okay, so we get an error switch part. So we get an error where switch example Java errors identifier except. Okay, but we have this block of code. Then what's the problem? Again recompile. I get the same error. Java C switch dot Java switch case switch example error identifier case 1, case 2, case 3, case 4, break. After the break, default system dot create Then what's the issue? Is it? Oh yeah, we forget the main function. Public static void and string arg. That's the common issue. Okay, now our program successfully execute. Java Wednesday. Okay, our input is the third. Okay, it's check first what the day. Here the day one. No, we have day three. So it's switch on. Next step. Okay, it check if the day two. No, the day is three. So it's also skip. And now the case three. Yeah, the day is three. Then execute it Wednesday. The output is Wednesday. Okay, if we edit some like this, then grade up. No, wait. Okay, invalid day. If we edit a number who does not exist here, then the default case is execute and print this message. Okay, so today we cover in today's session we cover about some control statements topic like if else if else if and switch case. Okay, now let's go on some topics for the SQL. Okay, so wait a minute. Okay, so the next one is the SQL tutorial. Okay, so the SQL is a standard language for storing, manipulating, and retrieve data in database. Okay, for SQL. Okay, example in each chapter with our online. Wait a minute. Okay, so SQL means structured query language. Okay, SQL stands for structured query language is a standard language to use to communicate with database. Okay. It allows the user to create, read, update, and delete data from any database. Okay, these operations are commonly referred to as CRUD operation. CRUD means create, read, update, and delete. Okay, so the SQL is so first question interviewer asked you like that why we use the SQL. So because it's easily manage large amount of data. Okay, the facility of data management easily manage large amount of data. The next is data iteration. Okay, retrieve specific information from database and universal standard. Okay, used in all major relational database like MySQL, SQL Server, Oracle, PostgreSQL, etc. Okay, and next the efficiency handles complex queries and large database efficiently. Okay, so SQL commands are categorized in five stages like DDL, DML, DQL, DCL, TCL, etc. Okay, so first I will open the SQL Server Management Studio for optimize the queries. Okay, I use the SQL Server Management Studio for the SQL. You can use any lightweight ID like SQLite, MySQL. Okay, the SQL Server Management Studio is some heavy software. Okay, there is my existing database. Okay, so the first query is create database. Okay, first we want to create a database. So create, wait a minute, create database and our database name and Java course. Okay, and execute it. Okay, then refresh our database. Okay, after creating database Java course. Okay, here we have an database for the Java course. Okay, now create a table. Okay, now use to create a new database or table. Okay, create a so we use the create table command for any creation. Like create table name. Okay, students. Okay, so students have some like student ID. Student ID means roll number. Student have unique roll number. Roll number, which is a type of int primary key. Okay. And student have their name, where, care, age, int, and grade, where, care. Okay. So I will first select it, then execute the query. Okay, then first select our database Java course, then execute it. Okay, select the Java course and refresh it again. Then now we have a table. Okay, now we have a table in our database. Okay, so select star from table and students. Okay, this is the select query for retrieve data. Execute it. Okay, but now we don't have any data in our table. Okay, first we create a table. Okay, so the creates a table called students with columns. Okay, student ID means roll number. Okay, that's the integer type and it's a primary key, and the name is a string type and mixed character 15. Okay, and the age is an integer type which contains numeric values, and the grade is the string type and makes 10 characters. It's allow only 10 characters max. Okay. Okay, SQL is a standard language for accessing and manipulating database. What is SQL? Okay, so the SQL stands for Structured Query Language. SQL lets you access and manipulate database. SQL became a standard of American National Standard Institute (ANSI) in 1986 and of the ISO in 1987. Okay, so the next part is what can SQL do? Okay, SQL can SQL can execute queries against a database. SQL can retrieve data from a database. SQL records in a database. SQL can update records. SQL can delete records. SQL can create new database. SQL can create new tables in database. SQL can store procedures in database. And SQL can create views in DB. SQL can set permissions on table, research and view. SQL is standard, but although SQL is an ANSI and ISO standard, there are different version of SQL language. They, however, to be compiled with the ANSI standard. They all support at latest the major commands such as select, update, delete, insert, where in a similar manner. Okay, so most of the SQL database program also have their own properties, extensions, and addition to the SQL standard using SQL in your website. To build a website that shows data from the DB. In RDBMS database program like MS Access, SQL Server, MySQL to use a server-side scripting language like PHP or ASP.NET or Java. Okay, to use SQL to get the data you want and to use HTML, CSS to style the page. And the next topic is RDBMS. RDBMS stands for Relational DB Management System. Okay, RDMS is the basic of SQL and for all modern database systems such as MySQL Server, IBM DB2, Oracle, MySQL, Microsoft Access, means MS Access. So the data in RDBMS is stored in database objects called tables. A tables is a collection of related data entries and it consists of columns and rows. Okay. The database table means a database most often contains one or more tables. Each table is identified by name, like we create a table, their name is students. Okay, here we create a table. First, we create the database Java course, and then we create the table in the or Java course DB. Table name is students, and here we retrieve the data from the students. But now our table is empty. A database most often contains one or more tables. Each table is identified by name. Okay. So SQL keywords are not case sensitive. Select is the same as select. Okay. The SQL keyword is not case sensitive. In this tutorial, we will all SQL keywords in upper cases. Okay. Semicolon after SQL statement. Some database systems required a semicolon at the end of the SQL statements. Okay. Semicolon is the standard why the separate each SQL statement in DB system that allows more than one SQL statement to be executed in the same call to the server. Okay, so here's the some most common commands every developers know. Okay, so first is the select. Extract data from the database. Here we use the select query. Say, okay, by using the select query, we extract data from the database. Okay, and next is the update. Update database. Okay, update used for the update data in a database or a table, and delete data. Delete data from a database. Insert means insert new data into a DB. create database, create a new database. Okay, the create data, here we create a database in, okay, alter table database. Like alter table means update query, modify a database. And create table, create a new table. We use here the create table command, create table, and the property of our table. Okay, okay, alter table modifies a table. Okay, so like alter table means, so we have the four columns: roll number, name, age, and grade. Okay, but used to modify the structure of an existing table, then we use the alter. Okay, a alter table, table name, alter table students, add email, varchar 100. Okay, then select it, then execute. Okay, without select, without the select query, without select cannot execute any line of program, because when you execute the query without select, then the all these queries are executed at same times. Okay, and it's create some problems, because and give the errors, because we all already the errors like already created database, already created tables. That okay, now now select, execute the select query. Here we again have an email column also. Okay, and the next is the drop table, delete a table. Okay, the drop table means delete an table, like drop table, table name means students. Okay, I execute it. Right, now I use a select query, it's given error, invalid message, because the students was not found. Okay, I refresh our database, then search the table, then we not found the table because we dropped the table student. Okay, the table will be deleted. Okay, now again create the table. Okay, then refresh. Okay, now we have the, now our table is appear. Then select query. Okay, we have four columns, but again we forget the email, then execute it and reselect. Okay, we have the five columns: roll number, name, age, grade, and email. Okay, so the next is the, okay, there is a DDL commands. Okay, Now come on some DML commands like insert data. Okay, insert into student. Okay, so insert the roll number. Insert first the roll number like 1. Okay, and then insert the name in the string. Okay, Durgesh Purohit. Then the next is the age is 30 and the grade is in also a string, so A plus. Okay, and next is the email. So my email is the durgesh@gmail.com. Okay, yeah, we added some we add roll number, name, age, grade, and email. Okay, then select it and execute. Okay, then execute the select query for the retrieve of the data. Here we get the data. Sorry. Okay, and then the roll number 1 name is the Durgesh. Then I will again insert the query. It's given error because the violation of primary key constant. Okay, cannot insert duplicate key in object TBO student. Okay, because we cannot insert and duplicate key. The primary key is unique. Okay, then I will change the and execute it, and again execute the select query. Okay, like this. Okay, we cannot edit the same roll numbers because all students have unique roll numbers. Okay, this insert a new records into a student table, and then okay, so the next is the update query. Okay, next is the update query. So the method for the update is update update students set age equal to 21, where roll number equal to 1. Okay, this query means update the age where roll number is 1. Okay, here the roll number 1 has age 30, but when I execute it and select the query, yeah, the age is changed. Okay, the age is changed. This update the age of the students with student ID with roll number 1. Okay, and now we use the delete query used to delete data from a table. Okay, so execute the make a delete query. Delete from students where roll number is 2. Okay, select it and execute. Okay, then execute the select query. Here we only have one record. Okay, the deletes the student with student ID 1. Okay, I insert some other data for the using the filters. Okay, insert some data. Okay, we get the error because we use the same roll number. Okay, so we created some data like this. Okay, so we have some 7 rows. Okay, so now we are filtering the data. Okay, we use the select star. Star means all. Okay, all the records, all the columns. Star means all the columns. Okay, using the another select query. Okay, select star from students where age less than 18. Okay, then execute it. We have the two datas where the age is less than 18. Okay, and age is greater than 18. Select a star. Okay, we have some 5 datas where the age is greater than 18. Okay, so the SQL is case sensitive, but it's good practice to write keywords like select, insert in upper cases. Okay, where clause is used to filter data based on condition. Okay, where clause is used to filter data based on conditions. And now in the next session, we use some aggregation function and some using some extra, so create some more tables. Okay, using foreign keys. We use the revoke, grant, etc. Okay, the select distinct state. No, wait. Select SQL select statement. The SQL select statement. The select statement is used to select data from a database. Okay, like select customer name, city. We don't. Okay, so select data by the roll number and name, only name. Okay, then execute it. Here we only get the roll number and name, only roll number and name. Okay, not the email and age. Okay, when we use the select start from table name, then we get all the columns. Okay, but when we use the select from column name, then we get only this column where we name specified. Okay, select all columns. If you want to return all columns without specify every column name, you can use the select star syntax. Okay, like the select star from customers. Then return all the columns from the customer table. Okay, return data from the customer table like this. Customer name, city from customers. Okay, the SQL select distinct statement. The SQL select distinct statements used to return only distinct values. Okay, so in the our next session we will cover these topics. Okay, SQL where, order by, and or not, insert, etc. Insert into values, update, delete, select, or aggregation function like minimum, count, sum, average. Okay, wildcards between joins, inner joins, because in the every tech interview, the interviewer always asks about the joins. Okay, and union also. The union is also important. Group by. In today's topic, we covered so control statements on the if else. So in the next session, we covered about the loops and the SQL's next chapters. Then we covered some MongoDBs about the MongoDB. Okay. Today we cover if, else if, and switch statements. Okay. So please explore these websites for the practice your Java and SQL. Okay. Here's the commands. Okay, like create DB, drop database name. Here's the drop database statement is used to drop an existing SQL database. Like this is used for the backup. Okay, backup database. The backup database statement is used to SQL server to create a full backup of an existing SQL database. Okay, SQL backup with differential statements are differential backup only backups a part of the database that have changed since the last full database backup. Okay, and there is exist some create tables. Okay, so Neha, Anti, bye bye. Today's session is end. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, welcome. Bye bye.